Yo, dudes, remember me? It's Pirate Pat. I'm being real quiet and whispering because I don't want the FCC to hear, you know what I'm saying? But, just wanted to let you know we're back.
In stereo.
God, that was really beautiful.
What a beautiful thing it was. Hi everybody, it's 92.3 WODD FM in Tom's River, and that's right, it's me, Pirate Pat, and that's right, we are back. And we're back in stereo. A mild technological wonder. Anyhow, we're here, and what the hell are we doing here?
So early.
So early. Too early. Let's go home. Alright, that's the end of the show. Good night. Alright, now anyhow, I'm Pirate Pat, and for those of you just tuning in, you know, this is like enforced recreation on radio here. For those of you just tuning in. Anyhow, for those of you who are familiar with WODD, we are back. We haven't been on since March, but we're here. And for those of you who are wondering who the hell we are and why the hell we're here, hey, we're here. So there's not a whole lot that you could do about it. Those of you who have been familiar with the WODD Air Show, you might remember that the last time that we were on, my co-host was the lovely and talented Sandy.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Arnold Schwarzenegger checking in. But unfortunately, due to a lot of political controversy, she is no longer here. And so I would like to introduce for your listening... Jesus Christ. Listening pleasure, George, my new and improved co-host, so to speak.
Hello, all my radio good friends.
How you doing, George?
All right, Pat, how are you, my friend?
Sound a little congested there. What's the deal?
You know, this cold. I've had it for a month.
Yeah, I know, man. George and I have both been suffering through these the late summer colds, the ones that sort of like hang on for about a month or two or something like that. And I got this deal happening with my left ear, so like I'm hearing in mono. You know, it's like I could barely hear out of my left ear.
I hear that, man.
But anyhow,
I can't breathe, so don't feel bad.
It's a nightmare. You know what it is? You know what I think it is, though? Don't you notice that like the colds and stuff that you get, they seem to last like each year they progressively get worse and last longer. I really think that like that the government's doing something with like I'm serious, man. Like you don't know what the hell the government's doing with you know, germ warfare and stuff like that. It's almost like, you know, these colds are mutating and becoming stronger and whatnot.
So you buy their cold products, man. It's gotta be it.
Yeah.
I talked to a guy yesterday. He's a vegetarian, right?
Yeah.
He told me that he thinks the government, you know, he doesn't eat meat, and he said because
Yes.
you know, he said the cows are injected with steroids to get bigger and bigger, and your body actually becomes chemically dependent on beef.
Yeah,
and then plus, when you think of all the preservatives, it's got to be, you know?
Yeah. Well, the same thing is with chickens, too. Chickens are definitely pumped up with steroids and whatnot. That's so all the farmers can get, like, more dollar per pound. Where the hell are we going with this, man? We're talking about broadcasting in stereo, and now we're talking about chickens and steroids, for crying out loud. But anyhow, the reason now, for those of you who are familiar with WODD, you're probably wondering, what the hell happened to Sandy? Sandy and her little mental patient boyfriend, Kenny.
Oh, no.
And let me just put a disclaimer out right now. This is particularly for George. And this disclaimer, I just want to state that any opinions that I raise here on WODD are strictly my own. So anybody else that's out there listening, can I say just John? If you got a problem, man, don't you know, levy the whole problem on the entire WODD air staff. So
Thank you, Pat, for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So anyhow, now what happened with Kenny and Sandy? One night we were hanging out during the summer. Now, one of the reasons that we weren't on during the summer is because most of the summer I was drunk.
Yes, you were.
It's a little impossible to do a you know, radio show without you know, having extreme levels of alcohol in your bloodstream. So anyhow, one night during the summer, we're all hanging out in the WODD Jock Lounge, and for some unbeknownst reason, I guess apparently Kenny, who Sandy's boyfriend, apparently Kenny can't get any sex from Sandy unless she's totally loaded. So
Here comes the phone, Pat. 3,
It's
2,
coming.
1.
So apparently Kenny can't get any sex from Sandy unless she's totally loaded. And apparently one evening, Kenny didn't have enough money to buy any beer. So what does he do? Goes into the WODD Jock Lounge refrigerator and takes a six-pack of beer and jettisons it out the window. And then denies it. That's the worst part. He denies it. I mean, it's like, look, man, I know that everybody that was there that night had their own opinions. All right.
You know, I had showed up late that day, and you know, so I can't say one way or the other what happened. But I know some of Kenny's closest friends even said, "Hey, you know, I can't believe what he just did."
Yeah, we won't mention any names though. But yeah, you know, it was. Well, I'm gonna get into this a little bit later on tonight, in depth.
I'm sure.
But I mean, this guy's just out of hand, George. He's just out of hand. You know, that's not the only thing that happened that led up to the demise of Sandy as my co-host and the banning of Kenny from the WODD studios. You know, there's a lot of other stuff that was involved. You know, the fact that, like, you know, when I first asked Sandy to be my co-host, it was great because, you know, she was really cool. You know, I could say stuff to her, you know, and she would be able to respond, you know, just out of Sandy's sense of humor. All right, but towards the end, it was just like, you know, little Hitler there. You know, she was definitely programmed to, like, you know, every time somebody said something to her and she wanted to respond, it was like, you know, she would look at Kenny
over her shoulder, right?
Yeah, to see, you know, oh gee, you know, I better not say that or this or that, you know. Oh man.
Oh man.
So you know, we'll be talking about that a little bit later on tonight. Also, I want to discuss some stuff with about broadcasting in general, FM and AM broadcasting, and some of the laws that make it a little bit tougher for average everyday people like you and I and you guys listening to own and operate your own radio station. And I have a 5-point program that is gonna be submitted to several members of Congress to try and alleviate this. I'm appointing a blue ribbon panel to oversee the whole project. We'll be talking about that a little bit later on tonight too. Also, if you're in a band, I'm just running through these things real quick here. If you're in a band and you got a working demo and you want to appear on the spacious airwaves of WODD and play your demo and you know, do the interview thing and just, you know, hang out here, give us a call, 349-9633, 349-WODD, and for those of you who would want to make requests tonight, you could do the same. Also, later on, I'll be giving out our new and improved P.O. Box number, so you could write and whatnot. I wanted to work at having T-shirts and stuff printed up, but the funding just quite honestly wasn't there. But we do have a couple neat, cheesy little prizes stashed away in the closet. So tonight, if you're listening all night tonight, and I certainly hope that you do, if you hear a Neil Young song, be the first caller at 349-9633, 349-WODD, and you will win. What the hell do we got? Oh, we got USA Trivia board games.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so if you're the first caller when you hear a Neil Young song, be able to get one of those things, board game, so you can be bored. So anyhow, I don't know. Well, we're gonna take a little bit of a break right now, and we'll be back with your requests. And you got a lot of news tonight, don't you, George?
Oh yeah, I got a few tidbits here and there.
You're gonna be talking about what the MTV Music Awards?
Yeah, I got most of the list there. Unfortunately,
Super.
I had fallen asleep for the last like 4 awards. So I don't even know who won the best video.
You know,
maybe someone call in and tell me, man. 'Cause I don't know.
You know, how long is that program?
I don't know, man. 11:30, I was out. You know, I gotta get up in the morning.
Hey, Chris, what time? What time did it start?
I don't even remember. But Pat,
It's like 6 hours long.
I don't know if you've known this, but Pee Wee Herman made his first public appearance since his I don't know what to call it, but
Since he got caught beating off in a movie theater, huh?
all right, I'll go with that. Yeah, but he made his first public appearance, and the crowd gave him a real good reception, which
That's
was really, that was
That's
nice
cool.
because he's gone through hell, and there was no reason to drag him
Yeah,
down like
yeah,
that.
there definitely was. I mean, that was
Out of hand.
uncalled for. I
Yeah.
mean, like, come on, let's be real, man. What guy wouldn't go into a? Look, man. I know if I'm gonna go into a porn movie theater, all right, I'm gonna be sitting watching, the schmagegi on this screen there. Look, man, either I gotta take care of that situation, or else I'm gonna be walking out of there with a telephone pole in my pants.
Yeah.
For God's sakes.
If you look like the circuses in town with that
Yeah.
tent.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, that the MTV Music Awards. I don't know anybody that could sit up and at Arsenio Hall. Who the hell is gonna put up with Arsenio? I can't put up with Arsenio Hall for 6 straight hours.
Yeah, he's annoying.
And
He's annoying.
who's that dick that what the hell's his name? He's one of the guys on MTV, and he's got that headband, and he's always like,
Oh, Paulie?
Paul, hey man.
Oh, yeah, when he's like this. Yeah.
We're at MTV Music Awards, dude.
Yeah, he's
Shut
annoying.
up, you imbecile.
Oh, also, Cindy Crawford came out, boy. Didn't she look good in that,
Man.
that backless dress?
Ooh. And there she is standing next to, hey man.
I know, that was sad, man.
I'm the biggest dick on 2 feet, man. You're on MTV. Oh, shut up. Anyhow, we'll take a break. And this is 92.3 WODD FM in Tom's River. And we're going to be changing over channels later on tonight, too. So going to have to look out for that, too, because we're not going to be here all that long. So if you want to phone in your request, 349-9633, 349-WODD, and be the number. And here's Pink Floyd, 92.3 WODD.